It's first cast. Thank you, guys. Right. Oh, look at him. That's beautiful. Oh, yeah. There we go. That one's a better one, for sure. That's a smaller one. That's a good one. That's a good one there, guys. Oh yeah, that one's good. That's a good one. Yeah. That's a sweet lunchtime. There it is, last one. That's our limit. You can see a lot of them tried their very best to get their spawn in. This is a little too late for that, bud. I'd say they were biting pretty good there. Would have left a lot earlier if I hadn't thrown back a bunch. They were a little on the smaller end today. You know, the first time I went out, we was catching a bunch about that size. And then today, most of them were about that size. Alright, y'all, I'm hoping that this one right here, this was the biggest one that I caught today, is about the size of my cooler. Hoping that it's a roe shad full of roe, of course. It feels like it is right here. So I'm gonna make a couple dishes with that, just fried roe and eggs and roe. And then I'm not gonna use this one to cook up. It's pretty big here. I'm just gonna fry up a smaller one and try that thing. We're actually gonna check all of them for roe. I'm keeping most for bait, but we will catch and cook these. A lot of people do like to eat them, but most people like to use them for bait. Woo! Was it ever full? I wasn't expecting a sack that big. Holy crap. Check that out. Full of roe. Look how big the scales are too. Some massive things. So there was another sack in here. I'm not the biggest fan of fish roe. I firmly believe it's one of those things you had to have probably grown up eating to be accustomed to the taste of it. Check that out. 2 big old roe sacks. We'll see if this one has any roe as well. I feel like this one might not. Yeah, this one's a male. This one's got a pretty full stomach. We'll give it a check real quick. Yeah, another male right there. So I'm literally trash bagging these fish because I don't know what else would fit these in there. Certainly not any other type of bag. Man, this big roe female right here. This one I'm going to keep out. We're going to end up cleaning that one to eat. I'm going to get the rest of the shad in this bag. Freeze them up. Oh, this one's another roe. Has to be. Look how that anus is poking out. It's the same thing that the other one did. Get the rest in here. I was going to make some great catfish bait. We'll try and set the new state record here. I want to weigh this bag. It's probably like 6-7 pounds easy. Like easy. Excuse me, Caroline. Let's check this one out. Might be another roe shad, just on the smaller end. That's like an Eastern delicacy, you know? Yeah, check it out. So we may have found out how you test for that. So this one I punctured. I have to use it for the eggs. But yeah, if the little anus is kind of protruding, that might be a sign there that you got a roe shad. A big female roe full of eggs. Nice, right on. Right on. Alright, let's get our fish here cleaned up. We're going to scale it first. If anybody can tell me where this tool comes from, what YouTube channel did I find out about this on, I'll give you a pin. I'll pin your comment. The holes right here are supposed to help keep the scales from flying, even though you guys just saw there with that first brush. We had scales flying. But honestly, it's doing pretty good here. It's supposed to collect the scales. I've only seen like a few fly off. So I asked around at the ramp, see what people like to do with theirs. Most keep it for bait. Some will like to fry it and eat it for themselves rather than using it for bait. I heard of some canning it like mackerel. That's a little too much work here for me. Some like to just score it, bread it, and fry it. That's along my lines here. I'm impressed with the scaler. It's a Japanese scaling tool. Working really well. I think it was like $8 on Amazon. And then I asked around some of the Asians as well. They like to make a bunch of different dishes, fried, stewed. Sorry, it looks like one of my filming lights burned out. If you can tell a difference here. I'd say the scaler worked pretty good. Did its job. So I'm just gonna cut the head off now and pull out all the guts. I didn't work this all the way up. Do that first. All right. So with a spoon, you can just get it in here. Okay. I hear that's the fish kidney. It would make sense why it's all bloody. Looks like we're gonna have something similar to the lizard fish, although the lizard fish actually tasted pretty good. I'm not sure what this is gonna taste like yet. I know it's got a pretty strong fish taste. I like fish though. That meat does not look pretty there. Not really a pretty meat. Pretty fish. Definitely looks like an amazing bait. Probably catch some gar and bowfin too out of the river with this, as well as cats. Do need to get the eggs rinsed out. I'm not freezing these and eating them later. We'll eat them right now. We'll try them. I can't say or promise that I'll eat them, but I will try them. I try anything. Got our eggs patted dry here. Let's get it going. Couldn't find the Frank's Red Hot. I guess maybe we finished it. I'm not sure. I got some Texas Pete. That'll do the same thing. Because I'm not at all a fan of fish fry. I've tried a bunch of different ones. Crappie, trout. Not my thing. Yeah, that's a big one. It's split open. I'm going to use that for eggs. This one's split open. Use it for eggs. These are probably split, but probably not as bad, I'm hoping. Yeah. So let's get those in our hot sauce. Let me get Caroline inside. She begged to go out. Now she wants to come back in. I know exactly why. It's because I started talking. Alright. Get these eggs soaking in that for a little bit. While we get our eggs cooked up here. We'll cook up 2 eggs with these. And if I have to, I'm just gonna cover it in cheese and hot sauce. But we're gonna try it just straight up, butter, eggs, and roe. Let's see what that's like. Couldn't find any Kerrygold in the fridge. I would have preferred that. We need everything we can get here to liven up these eggs. This is gonna be an Eastern NC delicacy right here. Yeah, I'm getting lots of butter in there. We need all the help. Even though I rinsed it and everything, it still looks like it's super bloody. I'm gonna get these going for just a little bit, and then I'm gonna add the egg. I want to make sure this stuff's cooked through. Now be careful, guys, this stuff pops. Just had one hit my finger. Burned the mess out of it. It looks like raw chicken on camera. Definitely need to make sure we're getting that cooked through. Let's add some salt, pepper. A little bit of Old Bay seasoning. We're gonna help this thing out. Man, it's popping like popcorn in here. That's a nice protein meal right there before bed. Eggs on eggs. I should have gave it a little garlic. Yeah, look how fast those eggs cook. I'm glad I put the roe in first. Even though I'm sure some people are gonna be like, no, the roe was supposed to be raw. So I'm gonna take my first bite on camera so you guys can see the initial expression. That looks about ready. I will admit, you guys, it does smell pretty good. I'm excited to try it. We're just gonna set that aside here, let it cool down, and let's get our eggs fried up as well. Get that covered up really well there. Looking good. All right, our oil looks to be about ready. I'm just gonna pop, well, let's try it with the flour real quick. Oh yeah, that is ready. Boom. Ooh, need to get the fan on here. They haven't even been in there for a minute yet. Check out the color, they already are. I want to make sure those eggs on the inside are cooked though. Man, they weren't even in there for like a minute and a half, and look how dark they've gotten. And the inside's still not even like perfectly cooked yet. No, the roe was supposed to be raw. It's time. Let's see. We'll get a nice big piece of egg with egg. I love caviar. I don't like fish roe. All I taste is egg with like those little egg bits in there, like grits or something. Let me get another bite here. What? Just tastes like eggs. That's crazy. All right, let's get a bite here of the fried stuff. Hopefully it don't burn me. Let's get a bite of the fried. Feels like it's a little too hot still. Honestly, you guys, that's the best roe that I've tried. I've tried quite a few different fish roe now. And this hickory shad roe is really good. They're not really shad, they're herring, but that's some good stuff. Now I'm actually pretty curious about how that fish is gonna taste itself. Because this isn't bad. I was afraid I was gonna have to throw some of this out or give some of the eggs to Caroline here. Which I will, I'll give her some because that's quite a bit to eat right before bed. But that's not too bad at all. It's pretty good. You put it in front of me, I'll eat it. Yeah, I would give this a 6 out of 10 here. Ceviche, I would give that a 10 out of 10. So that's a pretty good reference there for you guys. And you gotta treat the pup here. Caroline, come and check it out. Come and check it out. Come and check it out. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Check your bowl. You eating pretty quick there, girl. You don't want to savor it? I mean, I honestly thought I was gonna have to cover this stuff in hot sauce, cheese, just to make it edible, but it's good just like that. You know, I know some of y'all might not believe me, but best roe that I've had, fried and with the egg, honestly. Because I know when I said that the Samfleas weren't bad, people were like, or that they weren't terrible, people were like, oh, that means they're not great. But, I mean, the Samfleas I'd give a 6 out of 10 too. Nice hot sauce flavor that comes through. I think I actually like the Texas Pete over the Frank's Red Hot. It's less salty. I think that I definitely prefer the fried over the egg with egg, but like the fried, I'd probably give a 7 out of 10. And then the egg on egg, probably a 6 out of 10, but that's pretty good stuff. All right, 1 minute. 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 1 time to give it a try here. I know a lot of people love making jokes saying you need to turn it into catfish and better for bait and whatnot, but we have to give everything a try here. We tried the lizard fish, we tried the sand fleas, now we're trying the shad, which is really just herring. I can see a lot of bones in there, but we're gonna get right to it. Tastes like fish to me. The bones are a little bothersome, kind of like in the lizard fish. With there being so many, I'm gonna fry them for a little longer and see if we can get those bones to kind of just disintegrate almost. But it tastes like fish. It tastes really mildy like fish, you know? Okay, got them a little darker here. Actually, it's a lot darker, right? Let's give it a try. Let's see if the bones are any better. Man, this thing's pretty crunchy now. So it's not as much trouble anymore. Not that I can tell. That bone was definitely. It's another one like the lizard fish. Tastes pretty good, but quite a bit of work to eat. I'm gonna try jarring it next time. We'll pickle it. It's supposed to help disintegrate the bones. All right, thanks for watching the video, you guys. I hope y'all enjoyed this one. If you did, remember, leave us a like, a comment. It really helps us out with hitting the algorithm. Till next time, tight lines.